then heart goes into contraction. When there is bast in nafs, there is qabd in qalb. And when there is qabd in nafs, there is bast in qalb. When nafs, the soul, is contracted, heart gets expansion. And when soul is expanded, then heart gets contraction. When heart enters into the state of expansion, it starts receiving the news of divinity. Becomes qalb-e khabir, and this qalb-e khabir is qalb-e arif. This is qalb-e arif. When it becomes khabir, it gets the news, becomes knowledge, gets the wisdom, proper understanding, deep understanding of divinity and Almighty Allah and His secrets. Then this qalb, because of this knowledge of divinity, starts inabat, and qalb becomes qalb-e munib. Becomes qalb-e munib. This is contrite heart. Then heart is further upgraded. When it is upgraded, it becomes qalb-e salim. This is sound heart. Sound heart. When it is further upgraded, it becomes qalb-e shaheed. This is the witnessing heart. Then the curtains are unveiled and he receives the mushahada. This is the witnessing heart. He enters into the stage of mushahada. As nafs was upgraded, and starting from Makkara and Ammara, entered into the valley of Radiya, Mardiya, Kamila and Muqarraba. Those valleys, in the same way, heart which used to be mayyat, ghafil, when left that state, and by stage advancement finally achieved the stage of mushahada. He starts witnessing the beauty of Lord, the beauty of Almighty Allah. In the same way, the final and last advancement takes place in the Sultan, the king. Now Almighty Allah blesses, becomes pleased with the king, his deputy, and says, congratulations, you have won the battle. The king has won the battle. Nafs is under the king. Heart is under the king. Now there is complete consonance. Now there is complete peace, complete harmony. And whole atmosphere has become harmonious atmosphere, a spiritual atmosphere, a lightful atmosphere. And this human body, the Nasuti, Al-Jismun Nasuti, has become Al-Malakut. And further, it has achieved the attributes of Jabarut. And further, it has achieved the attributes and characteristics of Lahut. So Almighty Allah is pleased with Sultan, with the Ruh. And the wisdom of Ruh, how the Ruh has worked and functioned, and how the Ruh has brought everything in consonance. So Almighty Allah starts upgrading the Ruh too. So Nafs was upgraded, Qalb was upgraded, and now Ruh is also upgraded. In the beginning, Ruh, if the Ruh is indulged, if the Ruh is defeated, if the Ruh becomes isolated, and if the Ruh lost the battle, then do you know what happened as a final stage? When the intellect leaves the Ruh, when Qalb, heart, leaves the Ruh, Nafs leaves the Ruh, all functionaries leaves the Ruh, all organs and senses leaves the Ruh. When everybody become against Ruh, then the whole Ruh is become a captive, is confined, is become prison. And when ruh becomes a prison, confined and a captive, and it is in a prison, then this ruh becomes itself ruhul hayawani. It has lost the battle. Then it starts losing its own characteristics because the whole company is changed. And the whole changed company and atmosphere starts affecting the ruh, starts influencing the ruh. And ruh also starts forgetting its origin. Starts one by one losing its own characteristics and attributes, and it becomes a ruh al-hayawani. This ruh becomes ruh hayawani. This is animal spirit. This is just a life in an animal. This is what happens to ruh, just as a life in an animal, and nothing else, a source of life. And it has lost its own divine characteristics and attributes. When ruh starts conquering, starts succeeding, and starts influencing on other entities of the world, intellect and nafs and other things, then if ruh is again from asfala safilin, and ruh comes back to ahsan taqweem, and comes back to kulir ruh min amri rabbi, towards alamul amr, then ruh becomes a ruhul insani. Then ruh is further upgraded, it becomes a ruhul malaki, angelic spirit. Then angelic spirit is further upgraded, it becomes ruhul ain. Ruhul ain, the real spirit. It is achieving, restoring all characteristics of divine world. It is coming back to the same character as its character used to be before it was transferred from divine world to this world. It is restoring its characters one by one, characteristics. It's going back to its originality. It's going back to its divinity. It is becoming more and more powerful. That's why the same ruh, which is a ruhul hayawani in a man, has a different position. And ruhul insani in a man is possessing a different position. And the same ruh, when it becomes a ruhul malaki, it possesses a different status. It has a different functions. It has a different characteristics. It has different effects and influences. Ruh is same. Ruh is same. But it starts even functioning after the death of this body. When the body is dead, a ruhul malaki is alive. Keeps on giving face to those people who are attached with this ruh. Because now the ruh has again attained the position of nur, the position of malakut and jabarut, the position of al-mala'ul a'la. It has restored its position as it was when it used to be a ruhul mujarrada. Before it became a ruh al-mutajassada, al-mutajassad, al-mutamassal, al-mutajassad. Before it was transferred into this prison of body, as it was when it was independent in mala'ul a'la.